Well, I thought we could talk about the big shift happening right now. Smart retirees aren't chasing perfect plans anymore. They're building a flexible plan, Mr. Weinstein. So I thought we could talk about a flexible retirement plan.
Well,
Where,
it's
yeah.
because perfection assumes predictability, and we just
Oh,
don't have that. Interest rates shift, markets rotate, tax laws evolve, life happens. So all these rigid plans, you can throw them in the garbage. You know why? I get these all the time. And now Papa's also babysitting for Bobby, the doggy.
oh.
He's a microdoodle. He's going to come over here in a second. and
This
lay
is
down
your
right in front of the
this is
screen.
your calling, Bruce.
I know. That's how I got the name Papa.
Yeah, Papa.
For my
Look
grand puppies. See him
there's a
walking
look
over
at
there?
the dog. Oh my gosh.
You want to talk about a real show?
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I used to get these plans. People would, and I'll never forget this. One of my best friends once gave me this huge plan. It was like this thick, Jackie, like
A plan
an
of
inch
look at all that
thick.
paper. Yeah.
And I took it and I opened up his garbage. You know, one of those ones where you press on your foot on the bottom and the top opens, and I threw it in the garbage. And you know why I threw it in the garbage? Because if one thing changes, it's over.
The
So
whole
you
thing
can't
goes,
go with
"Phew."
rigid plans.
Right.
You just have to have, and that's where we get back to the model, the PS&G model. And Phil Bodine was in when we were in the studio, and we
Yes.
talked about the PS&G model, protection, savings, and growth. One of my mentors, Bob Castellone, right, Coco? Yep. And Bob Castellone taught it, invented it back in the 70s, early 80s. I picked it up in the early 2000s and never left it. Used specific versions of it with respect to retirement income plans, but never left it because it's too perfect. There's only 9 ways to protect, save, and grow your wealth. So you think of a Rubik's Cube, and the model is like a Rubik's Cube, and like with the 9 different boxes. So you've got 9 ways to protect, your car and home insurance. Why do you think we're in the home insurance business and the car business? Because we look at that as the most important way to protect your assets. What if you get sued? What if you hit somebody? What if somebody hits you? This is part of life. Don't you want to know that your car insurance, where your biggest claim could happen, you're covered in your car in the event that something really bad happens? Because, and most people, and I'm glad that we're, on this and speaking about this, because most people that have car insurance, like with State Farm or Allstate or Farmers or something, they just give them the policy and, they accept the coverage. But do you know what minimum coverage is? And do you know what you should have? Like $25.50 is minimum coverage. And then usually with that, they give $10,000 of property damage. Do you know what you could do with $10,000 if you hit someone's car or they hit your car? You could throw $10,000 in the toilet because you ain't getting a new car for $10,000.
No, that's
You're not
very
getting
much.
a used car for $10,000 if you're going
Right.
to drive a really, a decent car. I'm thinking
that can
something
start,
like, like something that's newer is going to cost probably, $30,000 in today's for 25 or 20. But, the most important thing is that I'm bringing up here is that people just don't know what they have. And I think it's extremely important, because if you're going to base your insurance on protecting your assets, don't you want to make sure it's properly set up?
You bet.
And that's one of the things that we do that a lot of other people don't do.
Right.
And that's why I picked up the model, and that's why I go with the model. And then the next row is to protect your income. Do you want
Very
to
good.
verify your Social Security? That is a guaranteed income. Do
Right.
you have long-term care insurance? Why do we talk about long-term care? Okay. Have you verified your health insurance? You know what your out-of-pocket expenses? Do you have a Medicare Advantage program? Yeah, it's free. No, it's not. There's a deductible and co-insurance in there. How much is my out-of-pocket expense? Is it $10,000? Is my deductible $5,000? What do I have? Do I have enough money saved in the bank to cover my deductible? You see how things coordinate? Because we'll get
sure
to
do.
savings next.
Right.
And what about my bottom line, my life? Do I have life insurance? Is it permanent? Is it term? Is it going to expire? Do I have a will? Do I have a trust? A lot of misinformation is out there that trust is going to protect your assets, and it's not. It only protects half of your assets when one person dies, if it's designed right. Bless you. Sorry, Coco sneezed.
Premier Southwest Planning Group LLC is a registered investment advisor. The content of this advertisement is intended for informational purposes only and is not intended to be investment advice. The views expressed in this program are subject to change based on market and other conditions.